This is so weird because we always did this in the separate rooms and separate screens, and now I have to talk with you right here.
Yeah,
which is,
and we want to look.
it was so easy to look at the screen and talk with you. Now I have to look at the
That's
left.
okay.
Hey,
They'll get it.
You want to do some housekeeping before we
Sure,
before we start?
absolutely. First of all, welcome everybody. If you are watching us, you are probably, let's see, we're on Facebook only or Instagram as well?
We are in Facebook today.
Facebook, and obviously we're broadcasting from Zoom. There is a bit of a delay, so please understand that there is this delay between what we say and what we see on the chat. So we're not ignoring you, we just haven't seen it yet. So that's going on. And the other thing is that everything we're doing here, everything we're going to share with you is for sale. The whole purpose of doing the art chat is for us to show our work in a way. We do a lot that promotes, tells about our art business, but this is actually for presenting our art, and everything is for sale. We can get it to you wherever you are in the world. The time to buy a piece of art is when you fall in love with it. So if you do fall in love, that's great. We can get it to you.
You know what is funny about all this setup? The lights are wrong here. It looks like your mouth. It's a little off.
Really? I don't see that.
All right, so guys, let's switch back to the share screen and see what else did we prepare for you today. Looks like the slideshow. Yes, it shows up right now. So the first two pieces, guys, we put together. It's the season of Magnolia. It's almost the season. It's almost gone.
They'll last.
But there are few here and there, and I thought that would be a great reminder for those who love Magnolias that I do have several pieces of this. And you have...
I have one of my little faces. This one has two faces, Martha and Baxter, and we'll talk about them in a minute.
Fabulous. So guys, I thought that if you are in the South, well, not only, you must own a magnolia flower. So guess what? I do have a magnolia photograph that is in super high resolution and a lot of details to it. And it's on black, which makes it phenomenal. The contrast between the white and the black, it's so heavy that it makes it so powerful. And the way it sits in front of the camera, it's amazing.
So how do you take those? That's not just is that a scan?
This is several scans of here, and then I put them together on Photoshop, join them together so that they are seamless and keeps a lot of details. I mean,
look at those details. I mean, that you can see the texture, you can almost feel the softness, and in fact, here in the studio, you can smell the bloom.
Yeah, I can't. It's just my perfume, my cologne. No, it's not. And so I'm so in love with Magnolia. And for me, Magnolia's flowers are very important because it's, as a kid, they, back in Romania, I don't know here, they declare like monuments of nature. So they are protected by law in a way. You can't, I mean, you will have a little fence around those trees, so don't mess up with them basically. And they were so fragile in a way, the moment you touch them, they're gone. I mean, and for me, they are symbolize the spring and the happiness that spring brings and the new season with it.
Yeah, Frank says he loves the magnolia. And here we don't have that kind of protection. What we have is really mean neighbors. So if you mess with their magnolia tree, they let you know.
Oh, yeah. That too. And look at these details.
This is actually a blossom from our neighbor's tree.
So, but before we move forward, I wanna hold this to you. I present it on a portrait way, but certainly you can put it this way or you can put it this way. It's really up to you. I like it vertical. You can
just spin it.
I like it vertical. I like it portrait oriented, and that light is really bothering me. And it's designed for a 22 by 28 frames, and you guys can buy this frame from a frame store that is already pre-made. But if you want me to do it, I'd be happy to help. So this is my first piece for today.
Yeah, it's an ode to spring, even though it feels a lot like summer.
You wanna start talking about yours and that lovely cat?
Martha and Baxter. I won't tell you who's who. You'll have to figure out that. But when we went to Dallas, I took some my first kind of foray into prints, fine art prints, and they were really popular. I remember one anecdote. A lady came and she looked at my prints and she said, "Wow, these are great. Why don't you put those up?"
No, but actually,
and I was like, "Wait a minute, you're just insulting the stuff I put up."
No, actually, they were very great, and I think having like
a wall of them would have been really cool.
And because they're all designed the same size. They're all very balanced.
So anyway, I'm now going through some of the others that we didn't make prints of, and one of my favorites is Martha and Baxter. Martha, can you put them up?
Yes.
Go
ahead.
So Martha and Baxter, it's done again on that vintage paper, that Latin textbook paper that I use various media. There's a graphite pencil, there's ink, there's watercolor, all of those things are there. And Martha and Baxter, I mean, there's something up there. There's something wrong in their relationship, I believe. They look a little distrustful.
They don't look to me. I think they're very I see a friendship there.
There's a common enemy or a common understanding. I don't know. Baxter looks quite wise.
No, I think.
But I thought it really cute. I don't think I've shared this one before. These are all 7x5 because that's what I was doing during the 100-day project that I participated in. So I'm trying to keep the format all the same. So what happens is these are quite small. They look great framed and you can frame them larger. Because we moved, I can't find Martha and Baxter to show you, but they're only 5 by 7 inches. And but the prints are larger.
What makes these pictures actually look fantastic is the frame.
The frame, absolutely.
Because you can force the eyes look on a smaller artwork. And I absolutely love this one. And Martha has some similarities with Mary, and they're like sisters in a way.
Yes, I have been challenged on my depictions of women, but I think she's lovely all the same.
I believe so. So fabulous. Shall we move over?
Yeah.
All right, guys, if you have nothing else to do this weekend, please come over to Silver Sea Studios. We have up a new exhibition, Progress or Progresso. What is it to languages? What was the idea of it?
The idea is that we live in a multicultural city, and kind of giving homage to the fact that a large portion of our population and in our history comes from Spanish, and also a large number of the people here, the artists here, speak Spanish. So it was a way to kind of celebrate that, and so we had a bilingual show.
And I think it's lovely. It's again curated by Armando Rodriguez, and it's going to be up all the way to June 25th. And we have a opening reception schedule, right?
Right. This week, in fact, tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. So guys, if you want some fun, actually tomorrow night, come join us at the opening reception.
5 to 8 p.m. and see the new exhibition. It's lovely, and meet some of the artists at the same time.
And these are some pictures I took yesterday to show everybody how beautiful this is, and not only the location, but the whole exhibition. I think it's very neat.
Yeah, it's only up for a short time. We actually have we're going to get in 2 shows this summer before Photo Fest comes in, and they'll be here through December. So it's a big deal when Photo Fest comes, but it means that we can't display because they're using all the space.
And again, if you come tomorrow in the city, before or after our ceremony, you can stop by Sabine Street Studios and take a look at the VA38 Jared exhibition, where two of my pieces were my pieces were selected for this show, and that is Lunchtime and The Cardinal, and both are from a series called Nature Remember. And here's like I put together some images from last week when we have the opening ceremony. A lot of people, great art all together. And do you remember how many pieces were entry and how many were selected?
I want to say 70 pieces were accepted out of something like 400.
Yeah.
It's a very competitive show. Bogdan was selected. I was not. And not only did he get one piece, he got two pieces in the show, which is quite an honor. So it's great because you really haven't shown this series very much. And I'm glad it got some recognition.
And it's about time to
launch
pull
it
that out. There are some other beautiful images in that series as well.
Yeah, it was a great evening, a great organization. They do a remarkable job here in town, and it's an honor to be a part, and even more of an honor to have been chosen. Going back to Baxter and Martha, Tommy just said that I can paint Tommy and their cat Philippe.
Oh.
I'll do it.
Okay. So let's see. Berlin. You know, I never get this right. I try to log into the
there was
opening
nothing.
reception.
There wasn't a reception
Okay.
online. I did try as well. I was hoping they would have it live streamed or something.
But anyway, the 100 artworks in Berlin has happened, and
They're standing in front of both of our pieces because I don't see them.
I don't see where mine is. I
It's-
tried
it's
yesterday to
Probably
look over.
below somebody's shoulder. But this is a group called Artists Stop Being Poor. It's run by the guy there on the right, and Stefan Van Quick. And Stefan is somebody we met, and he actually came on our blog and did a guest appearance. He's a kind of a mover and a shaker. He's an art dealer, an artist himself. He has a television show in Berlin, an art show. He produces a magazine, and he got together with the members of this group and put together this show of 100 artworks. And we all submitted and things like that. The problem was we did this about 3 years ago. And
My God! That's why I can't remember.
yeah,
what I
I
submitted.
didn't even remember what I submitted. And he's been very apologetic, but the rules in Germany were quite strict during COVID, so he could not display. He could not have a public showing until now. So he's now put it together. They had the opening on May 17th. Reports are it went really well. We couldn't be there or see it, but I'm delighted that it finally happened. And we're international again.
All right, moving forward, we have a new vlog up, and that's covering mostly.
Hi guys, and welcome to a new edition of
our
Art Life.
journey to Dallas, right?
Yeah.
If you want to see more about how the other artwork fair in Dallas look like, this is your opportunity to look over and get a feeling of it. And again, we have other moments recorded and documented beside the Dallas Fair.
And so the other art fair is a fair put on by Saatchi Art. There's an art fair, and then there's the other art fair. And the other art fair is for artists who are not represented by galleries, and they're there as independents. Whereas the art fair, you must be represented by a gallery. So that's the difference. And this is a lot more of emerging artists and things like that. They're quite popular. They have them all over the country. And the one in Dallas was well attended.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think it was a worthwhile experience. We didn't make our money back, and that was true for a number of people. But I know some people were selling a lot. So
And you did too. So
I saw 4 pieces, but it wasn't enough to pay for my booth.
right. But I think
Um,
I think this was a very important learning curve for us.
Oh,
Because
absolutely.
I would know how to prepare for another show like this. I would know what to bring with me,
Mhm.
that it's more affordable for a lot of people.
It's hard to judge, but it is good promotion. We did get seen by lots of people. I thought it was amazing that you were seen by people who had been to your studio here, and a gallery, a curator
Mhm.
from the Woodlands
Yes.
who had seen your work before when she was curating for that gallery. So that was neat that you're
Yeah.
being recognized.
And not only, I think there was somebody else that
May have been,
I
yeah.
can't remember very well right now. And guys, it's that time of the stream when I'm gonna time to thank you for watching us, for being here, for supporting us, for trusting our creative endeavor.
Marvelous. Thank you so much. And particularly those who purchased from me. I sold to a lovely family who bought 2 of my Pancamarga series, and it's up. They sent me a picture of it in their home, David and Brenda. And I also sold 2 of my Giclée prints as well. I wanted to shout out to Gabi, who has joined us. Thank you. Welcome.
Hi, Gabi. Okay, guys. So we showed you some previews of the studio. We did move in a new studio here at University Studios, and that is I believe, the largest studio they have here.
I think it is the biggest. Yeah.
And that's if you are in Houston, come on the University Studios. Now you're gonna have to use the very first doors, or now they are yellow doors.
We used to say door number 1. It's now door number yellow.
Yes. All doors are painted in different colors now, so don't get confused when you get here.
It's the first entrance, the main entrance.
So we kind of put together the studio roughly. We haven't hung basically anything on the walls, but we're working these days to make it pretty.
Yeah, we just completely moved out of our old studios last evening. So we still got a few things to sort through.
But I think the studio has a very great energy. The lighting, for some reason, is better. I don't know why, but it's better. And it really feels good. It's welcoming.
And already, I think we're seeing more people than we would have seen before. So I think the location is going to be really, really great for us.
Moving forward with the second part of the show, it's summertime. It's time for a travel. So that's why I chose blazers. It's a picture you have seen before some time ago. But I thought that it's a great mixed media piece that I should remind everybody that it's still available.
It's very, very clever.
And then you have one
El Campo.
And El Campo. So let's talk about mine very quickly. It's great art mostly starts from accidents, and this is how I started this piece. And because I started this one, I have others similar with this, like the 3 moons, the red moons, or forever sunsets that's behind me. So what happened is I had this photograph on the table, and it's actually the valley in
St. Helena's Canyon in Big Bend.
In Big Bend, right? And and I said I wanted to make it more interesting. And I know that a lot of people don't necessarily buy travel photographs or landscape photographs, and I don't necessarily do landscape photography. But I said, what if I take this to the next level and basically paint on top of it? So, okay, paint, but what do they paint? Well, I said, it's travel, it's journey, it's hiking. So why don't I use some patterns that would make you think of blazers and how you follow a path when you go hiking?
Now, maybe you're more intelligent than I and know what a blazer is. I did not know this. All of those trail signs when you're hiking, they're called blazers. And they have different shapes and different colors depending upon the message that they're sending to the hiker as you make your way through a trail. And so these are actually the forms of the different kinds of blazers that you would find on a hiking trail. I found that fascinating, and I had to understand what it was first. But now that I know, I think
it all makes sense.
Yeah.
And those are just an idea of signage. There are many colors and many other shapes of triangles or whatever. I remember this when we were kids, hiking, they were everywhere. You have to follow the trail, otherwise you're going to be eaten by a bear.
Right. Because trail signs can stop that.
and so this is it's beautiful. Actually, it's coming framed, this piece.
Yes.
And it's actually mounted on that blackboard. It's kind of floating in a way. It has a little depth to it, and we should make it even more interesting.
And it takes a picture that is quite iconic. Most of us have seen this image before, and it makes it new again. And that's, to me, what good art should be doing, is taking something that and making it look new.
As a matter of fact, I have it right here. See, it's
good size.
It's a very nice size. It can be hanged everywhere, and I think it's very smart. It looks beautiful and very modern.
Yeah, I thought it was really interesting. And a good piece of art should have a story,
Yes.
Oh, the one is right behind you that you were referring to.
Yes,
Isn't that it?
Right.
The moons?
Yeah, same style. And actually, it started from here. So let's move over with your next piece before we run out of time.
Oh, we got plenty of time. So El Campo is kind of an abstract landscape that I was trying to play with. And so I took this as basically acrylic. I don't think there's anything else in there. It's on canvas. I used a lot of techniques to kind of give the appearance of a landscape, a horizon with maybe some trees on it, and looks like maybe a wildfire. No, but
I don't see that.
It is a way to create the impression of a landscape without really giving a lot of details.
I see the horizon.
There's a horizon there. There seems to be a sunset going on back there. These big squares are, to me, when you look out at the countryside, everything is geometric because of agriculture. So there's a lot of kind of mixed matched things put together to make this. I love the color green, and
the whole thing. It's really beautiful.
Yeah, to me, it's like, we used to go on these trips when I was growing up, and I'd be stuck in the car, and you're looking out at the landscape here in Texas as we're driving. At that time, there was a lot of agriculture when we would drive, and I would notice the patterns and just the big swatches of color, generally green.
Hey, let me tell you something. It's the same in Romania.
Yeah.
I think it's everywhere.
But in Romania, you're driving so much faster, you can't see it.
No, we don't, actually. Back then, we were using carriages.
You were in a wagon, were you? Okay. No, I just find the piece very peaceful. It's not a bad size. I don't have it with me because we're still in the process of moving, and it's not here in the studio right now. But it's a decent size, 24 by 20. It's not huge, but it's a really nice piece. And I don't think it's gotten a lot of attention because it's been kind of hidden away.
But pretty much this is it, guys. So come visit us here in Silver Sea Studios. Come see the new studio. I think it's beautiful. I think you would like it. And by the time you're going to be here, everything is going to be decorated.
Lovely. So we've got a few things coming up. We have this exhibition that's going to last a little over a month. Looks like we're going to Montgomery in June for a festival for Father's Day to sell art. We've got other things coming up.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to say that I had a small exhibition going on in Mexico City with few pieces from Inheritance, and that was a exhibition organized by Silvia Barbescu, at the Friendship House, Mexico, Romanian. How is it called in Spanish? I cannot remember now.
Amistad?
Amistad, La
Mhm.
Casa de Amistad, Mexico, Rumano. And it was a presentation. They sent me a video and some pictures. They were talking about the pictures, and it was a lovely, lovely event.
And have you been invited to Argentina again? Did I see that
haven't-
email
yes,
come?
I have. Yes, I haven't even had the chance to look over and even consider. But yeah, I've been invited to Argentina again this year, and we'll see where that goes.
And most importantly, we went to buy a van because our cars are about to die. We went to buy a new van, and it takes 6 months for us to get it.
Yeah,
So it'll be like a Christmas present.
Yeah, they told us that that's great that you came here because came now because it will be ready in December.
Yeah. So fingers crossed, we still want a van in December.
Yeah, and like you said, by December we may need a van to live.
We
in.
could just live in it because we'll be broke by then. We'll spend all our money. So great. Have a great week, guys. Thank you for joining us. Always a delight. And we will see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.